out what was possible and what wasn't possible.
Okay. Well, man, listen, I know we got a lot to get into, man. Right now, we chopping it up with the homie Anthony September. This is a live K100 Radio direct line interview, man. Welcome everybody that's on the show. For real, we got a lot to talk about, man. You know what I mean? For real, like you just said that your background was in church. You came up, through church, but that 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 need to, because you say you're from the hood, you say you're from around the way, right?
Right,
That
right,
need to fit in made you start out as a hip hop artist, right?
right, right.
But then, at what was there one event or just over time? Was it age or something that made you be like, you know what, fam, I'm good on the rap. Like I wanna.
Um, so it was more so going through all of these different transitions with labels and
Uh huh.
meeting people and being in the industry, touching bases with people, and realizing that I'm more than just a rapper. I'm an artist. I'm an
Right.
entertainer. I'm a writer. I'm a producer. So I don't have to be in a box. I
Right.
don't have to just stick to rap if I don't want to. Like I can rap when I want to. I can sing when I want to. I can just sit back, produce, and write songs for others.
Right. And
So
so you do a lot of ghostwriting.
yeah, yeah, most definitely.
All right. So have you when you're outside of your body, right? As a writer, and you're trying to write something for someone else. How do you get your pen ready for that? Like, okay, you want to present this song. It's not your life, because most artists, when
Right,
they're writing their personal story. It's easy to
right.
tell your story in hyper
Hmm.
detail because you lived it.
Right,
So you was there.
right,
You remember everything. It's like, okay, but when you write for somebody else, maybe you don't know the entire story, or maybe just coming out is conjured from imagination, just like people write movies. But
right.
tell me about the writing aspect as a ghostwriter. What's the difference between writing as ghostwriting and writing songs for other people as opposed to writing them for yourself? How do you approach them differently, or is it the same way?
Well, I don't approach it the same way. When I write for myself, it's just writing based on what I feel at that time. When I'm writing for somebody else, I'm trying to capture whatever it is that they're feeling at the moment. So before we even do a song, it's gonna start off with some conversations and me getting to know you, spending a little bit of time with you, maybe in the studio, kicking back with you,
Uh-huh.
learning a little bit about you, and I'll ask probing questions. I'm one of the writers that's not afraid to say, "Yo, how was your last relationship?"
Right.
You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? Or
Right.
what
Right.
what what ended that?
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And we'll touch bases on that.
So do you write them with them there? Do you ever? How many songs have you
I mean,
written?
it's not always I write them with them there.
Uh,
Sometimes I go home and write a song, come back the next day, and they be like, "Oh, I can't believe you wrote a song about the conversation we had. That's so dope." You know what I'm saying? So it'll
yeah.
end up being like that sometimes.
You ever wrote something and it wasn't necessarily for nobody, but when they heard it, it was like, I felt like you wrote that story about me. You ever did
Oh,
that?
all the time. I get people all the time trying to steal records that I want to put out. They say
oh,
they want to
oh.
steal my album. They're like, "Yo, let me get that song," and I'm like, "Yeah, no, I don't think I'm gonna give you this one."
yeah.
But then again, depending on the situation, I ain't afraid to give up the song because I know I can write more. So
Okay.
it is what
That's
it is.
that's an interesting conversation. So you said that you had a couple of label situations that kind of change your path and everything too. If you
Right.
don't mind, I'd like to talk to you about that. Tell me about a situation, a sticky situation that you was dealing with when you're dealing with a major, or I don't want to say a major, but when you're dealing with
Right.
a label or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That made you be like, you know what, I'm good on y'all. Like give me a nightmare story, something that without
Well,
naming names and breaking NDAs or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
right when I signed my first situation, like I said, we was young. I was in a group called X Thug. Shout out to my brothers. Um, we was young, you know what I'm saying,
Uh
and
huh.
our parents didn't know nothing about the music business. So when they bought us the contracts, our parents just signed them. We was just excited.
Okay.
So they got us on the road doing shows and stuff like that. But when it started getting sticky is when the label when Warner Brother came in the picture and the money started being, they started talking about the money and
Good old Warner
that stuff
Brothers.
started getting sticky. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We did a soundtrack for something Ice T and Coolio was doing called Born to Be Gangster or something. I can't remember the name of it,
Uh
but
huh.
it was like a documentary.
Right.
And we did the sound. We did a couple of joints on the soundtrack, and that's what sparked the interest from the majors. And when it came down to it, and I was, no longer interested, and it was time for me to go to college, and I wasn't hearing about where the money was and what we was finna do, and I was ready to go. You know what I'm saying? So I had to fight because I was in a pretty tough contract, and
Yeah.
they gave everybody else in my group, they gave everybody else their pink slip and let them go, but me, for some reason, they wouldn't let me go. I had to fight. So I'm in college trying to fight to get
Wow.
out of this contract.
That's crazy.
And by the time I turned 21, I was able to literally get out of the contract. And even right, some of those people that was in association with that whole deal or situation, they won't even work with me right now.
Yeah, listening, just listening to the music and listening to your story. You know what I mean? I haven't heard your catalog. I don't even,
Right.
like I said, this is really my first introduction to you on K100 Radio. And let's be clear,
Exactly.
I like to be transparent, and I'm gonna circle
Right.
back. I like to be transparent. Before we did this, before we decided to, your people booked this interview with us, I heard the song. So
Right.
I literally added you to the rotation on K100 Radio, literally based off the record. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Like
And
no
I
personal
appreciate that. I
relationship.
definitely appreciate it.
It wasn't a personal relationship. I just heard a song. I was like, this is a great R&B record. This deserves to be played. This deserves some airplay. And that's kind of how we operate over here. But listening
Right.
to the story, I see now. I'm gonna tell you, I don't know. I wasn't there. Don't know the other guys. But I feel like they didn't want to let you go because you was the talent. Like you was the one they felt like, nah, we can't let him go because I
Right.
don't
Right.
know all the contributions and the breakdowns of who did what. But I'm just saying it feels like, yeah, we can let them go, but him, nah, we can't let
Yeah.
him go.
I mean, the craziest part is some years later, by the time I was like 26, 27,
Uh-huh.
they double backed on me and was like, yo, we want to try to offer you a solo situation.
Uh-huh.
But by that time, I was so deep into the independent movement, and I was like, yeah, I'm cool.
Yeah. So you
You
feel
know
like
what I'm saying?
and to this day right now, are you a true indie right now? Right
Yeah,
now?
I'm a true indie, 100% indie.
Okay. So do you all things being equal, you've seen that, you've seen what it was like to have a machine behind you and have all the amenities, and
Right.
now, you know what I'm saying? Now you prefer, you think right now indie's better or all
Oh
over
yeah, it's
around?
100% better. Because see, the one thing I learned about this business is the game is controlled based on data.
Uh-huh.
So whoever controls the data makes the money. So if
Yeah.
the label is controlling your data, they making the money.
Yeah.
So I knew that in order for me to be successful as an independent artist, I needed to control my own data. So I built my own site. I create my own products. I sell my own merch. I do everything myself. I don't. When I do shows, me and my team, we book our own shows. We
Okay.
go to the club on to sit down with the club manager or promoters or whatever, and we book out the venue and throw our own events. So we know the value of collecting our own data and controlling our own resources.
Yeah, I see that. So I mean, and it's funny that you said you got your own site, you sell your own merch. I got just a industry question for you.
Okay.
Streaming, of course, your music is available. I know it's available because I looked it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what do you think about, like, I just like to bring current events into some of the conversation. So you see what Glorilla basically didn't, she kind of sold everything direct to consumer from the
Right.
website type situation. What do you feel
Right.
about that as an independent artist? As an
I mean,
independent
that's the
artist.
smartest thing. That's the smartest thing to do. I mean, you think about it. If I stream, if I get 1 million streams on Spotify, I get what, 4 grand maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But if I sell my album at $10 a pop to 10,000 people, I mean, the math is mathing, right?
Right.
So I mean, it's smart. I'm not saying X out streaming in total.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying that there's a great strategy out there where you can do, instead of doing, how they used to do pre-sale on
Yeah.
iTunes.
Yeah.
You can pre-sale your joint on your own platform, and then double back later on and set up streaming and everything like that to get that going.
Maybe releasing one or two, maybe even 3 singles, but the whole album is
Right.
only available
But
on
the
the
whole
site.
album is on it, yeah.
Yeah, you
So,
got to buy the rest of the
it's,
records.
it's a strategy. You just got to figure out which strategy works better for you.
So you don't think the convenience of people, you don't think the convenience of streaming and the accessibility and people just, how people just used to doing whatever they want to do and used to using the same apps. You don't think that convenience outweighs the monetary long game, basically?
I mean, it does for the consumer, but it doesn't for the artist.
Right. Okay. All right.
So and it kills the art. It can kill the artist's career. The convenience of the consumer having that much access can kill the artist's career, which is why we have so many artists releasing music on a day-to-day basis.
Right.
So
Exactly.
you got to do that in order to keep up.
I love that answer. All right, this is K100 Radio.
You are tuned to K100 Radio.
Chopping it up with
Hip-hop
Anthony
and
September.
R&B.
All right.
K100, you bastards.
All right, yeah. We chopping up with the homie, man. The homie's got some good music, man, and I'm definitely getting ready to be. I got some of the songs loaded up. I got 2 of the songs loaded up for you over here, bro. And I want to start. I want to start playing the music. So I know the song, that we have over here on K100 Radio, the one that we have in rotation, right? Mm-hmm. So that one is called "Look on You," and I know that record. But we also got another record called "Nova Came," featuring Michael.
Michael.
Yep. All right. So we got those 2 records. Now, I want you to pick which one of these records that you would like our audience on K100 Radio to hear first. Like I said, you know, if they're watching this interview, whether you're watching this interview live right now or you're watching the replay on YouTube or whatever, what have you. I mean, this may be the first time they heard it. So, you know what I'm saying? I like for the artist to pick their song first. Like, what's the first introduction we want to play and talk about right now?
I'd love for them to hear "Look on You." You know what I'm saying? It's fun. It's for the ladies. It's about loving a woman in every way possible.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see the look on your face when I'm loving you.
All right. So speaking of that, you know, and it's a love song, right?
Right.
But you know, there's a lot of contention right now between men and women, especially black men and women, whether it be online and all of that.
Kind of
yeah, is that why? Do you feel like that kind of music is needed right now? That's we got away from that because R&B definitely.
We got to bridge. You know, we got to bridge the gap. You know, they trying to wedge us further and further apart from each other every day. So if we don't have things that's standing in the middle, like, okay, I'm not gonna let it happen, then ain't no telling what'll happen to us.
Exactly, man. Good stuff. So, all right, Look on You. This is the name of the record. Let me ask you this: Did you produce this, or who produced this, or?
My guy Milo made the beat. I did all of the writing, vocal, producing, mixing, mastering. I did all of the other stuff.
Okay, cool. All right, man. Well, listen. This, like I said, this was the song that I heard by you, and I didn't know you again, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So if you've been tuning in to K100 Radio, it's not like this interview was booked after the fact. I literally heard the record and I literally put it in rotation on our K100 Radio. So if you've been listening to it's been about at least 2 weeks, I know for a fact, since I've been playing it. You know, so it's fairly new. And then people got with me ASAP to do the direct line. But again, I like this song, and y'all know. If y'all know this platform, you know how I am when I'm uber critical, bro. You know what I'm saying? Uber critical. This whole music review space, I was one of the pioneers. I was doing that long before everybody. So I'm uber critical on music. You know what I'm saying? So when I hear a song and I'm like, that's a dope ass record. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, a lot of people be like, listen, say this dope, say this dope. Nah, I'm telling you, it's a good record. You know what I'm saying? For real.
I appreciate that.
You know what I mean? So this is called Look on You. This is Anthony September. Now listen, ladies and gentlemen, of course, when we're doing these direct line interviews, you guys know the drill. All right. We're doing this to introduce you to the artist. But what we would like for you to do, ladies and gentlemen, watching live, watching the replay, is go look this brother up. If you're watching this on Instagram or whatever, Anthony September at Anthony September. If you're watching this on social media, I love artists that keep it simple. The social media is literally the name of the artist. We ain't got it ain't power. It ain't Real Rider 2_3. You know what I'm saying?
Let's keep it simple.
Anthony September. All right, that's where you can find him on social media, streaming platforms and everything. Anthony September. You see the name right there on the screen, scrolling across right now. If you're watching this live, all right, check him out. Go and give him some support, man. You feel me? Go to the website, get the merch, whatever. But this is a really great song. It's a love song. It's R&B music, it's soul music, and we need more of that. And so, you know, at K100 Radio, we trying to keep this thing balanced over here. We're going to give y'all the hip-hop and the bars and all the trap and everything. But we got to give y'all some love. We got to get this black love back where it's supposed to be.
Got to get this love where it's supposed to be.
In our culture. All right. K100 Radio. Anthony September. The name of this joint is called Look on You. What do you guys think about it? Let me know.
You are tuned to K100 Radio.
All right, K100 Radio. I'm your host. Listen,
Radio,
this is a direct line interview. You know what it is?
K100, you bastards.
We rocking out with the homie Anthony September over here on K100 Radio, man. That song right there, yeah, that song was so cold, bro. I rock with it, man. Yo, listen, man, that song, dog, that's a really, really, really great record, homie. For real, for real.
I appreciate it, man. I definitely appreciate it.
R&B shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
That's what we need to get back to. You feel me? Shout out to the Mako girls over there watching on Instagram. I see them. What up to them? Candace CEO. I shout out to my people over there was watching on some of the Facebook and I think YouTube. Said Wines, Timo James, what's going on? C Renee, what's happening? Mike Rosen, what's going on? Lock Dog, what's happening? All right. Thanks to everybody that's watching over there on them social media platforms. What up to y'all? Appreciate that. Now, if you're watching this right now and you really rock with Anthony September, you can dial our switchboard, 516-387-1523, 516-387-1523. If you guys hit that up, man, let us know. You can call over there. We'll bring you live on the air while we're on live, and just get some feedback, man. Just get some, if you want to give them a shout out, if you really rock with Anthony September, you've been following them for a while. Again, man, hit that phone line up. You feel what I'm saying? Hit that phone line up, and we'll bring you on the air and let you, come in live and chop it up with him live on the air, man. You feel me? So before we go, man, because we was having a really interesting conversation. You know what I mean? About your grind. I want to talk a little bit more. We can circle back a little bit more about your time at No Limit. What was that like?
different. It was different from everything, man. It was different from anything I ever experienced. It was like going to college.
Going to college.
That's what it was. Yeah, yeah. It was about. It was more about what I can learn than being signed to anything. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So what did you learn?
I
What was the
I
biggest lesson that you learned?
moving independently.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? And how to set myself up as a business. You know what I'm saying? Rather than just, hey, what can a label do for me? It was more so, what can I get out here and do for myself?
And that was something. Did they focus on teaching you that? Was that a part of being
I
with
don't know
them?
if it was. I don't know if it was intentional, but it was what I. You know, it was me being a student and me being a fly on the wall. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
Sitting back watching, just trying to learn whatever I can learn, soak up whatever game I can soak up.
And I mean, it is one of the let's just it is one of the biggest independent labels that came
Yeah,
out of hip hop, right? Like that
yeah,
that they
yeah.
historic, right? And so I
Yes, sir.
I would imagine the culture of it would be that. I don't know
Yeah,
though, because I've never been affiliated with them, but I would just imagine that would just be the energy at the end of the
yeah,
day,
yeah,
an
yeah.
environment of learning, right?
Yeah, I
Am I?
mean, thankful to being, big shout out to Terry Miles. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? If it weren't for him, he was the head A&R there at the time, and he was the
Mhm.
one that, put me in position and, put me in movies. We did Recognize One, which is out now on, I think it's out on, I can't remember, Tubi or Amazon.
Everything on Tubi.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
probably
yeah.
on Tubi.
I think it's on Amazon as
Yep.
well.
Uh,
And Recognize Two. We did the Recognize Two, even though I kind of never mind. I ain't gonna spoil it just in case y'all go watch it.
okay.
But Recognize Two as well. You know what I'm saying? He put me in the movies. He started teaching me a little bit more about the game and how to move as well. So it was really everybody. I can't say it was just P or anybody like that. It was everybody. Everybody was moving independently. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And that forced me to sit back and say, okay, I want to know how to move like that too.
All right. So, and speaking of movies, man, because I read that too, and I wanted to get into that. So, any maybe, upcoming roles or anything like that the people may want
Yeah,
to
yeah,
know
yeah.
about?
Is one that is one role that I'm getting ready to start shooting. I can't really say, go in too deep into it
Right, right.
because they're still working out the logistics of everything. But we getting ready to start shooting. I think in January.
Okay, that's what's up, man. I mean, it seems like a natural
It's
progression.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but it's a TV series just to make it a little bit clearer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The TV series get picked up. Those checks can be,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Most
yeah.
definitely.
How have you just I'd like to just ask you this question, just curiosity. How have you been doing with as a ghostwriter out of your career or whatever? How you been doing with syncing? Has that worked out for you being that you've been
Sync.
in movies? Yeah, sync. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I just signed a new sync deal recently with damn, don't give me the line. It's digital something. It's a new sync company that's heavy on hip hop and R&B. That's really trying to do something for the culture, and they're really really big. I wish I can tag them right now, but man, I just signed a new sync deal with them, and we got so many different opportunities coming up, man, left and right. Oh, they just had one guy that just did a huge sync deal for like 90 something K.
Mm, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good
Yeah,
money.
yeah. And then me and my brother GK, um, we got some stuff working that we working on. We got a business called Toonsley where we do custom songs for anniversaries,
Mm-hmm.
weddings.
Ah,
If
yeah,
you just
yeah.
want a custom song for, just for your wife, we got it.
I like that, and I'm glad. That's really major, dog. Now I've seen that concept before, but you should know that it's a black man out here trying to do it and kind of trying to bring it, over here to our culture and be in control of it. Salute you on that,
I
for real.
appreciate it. I
You
appreciate
know
it.
what I'm saying? Because that's people don't understand, man. That's where the idea when you're an artist, okay, you can create the music or whatever, but there's so many ways to make the art into a business, and I think a
Hmm.
lot of people just miss it because
Yeah,
they're not creative enough to even think outside. They just like to create the music, but since we got streaming and the music don't really make a lot of money like it used to, which
yeah,
we talked about trying to get back to that, trying to get back to
yeah.
selling the music. In the meantime, there's a lot of the ways to make the music still work. You just have to present it to them in another medium. But
Right. It's so so many different artists and producers are so they buying into the to the idea of the music business and not understanding the music business. They're just buying into the idea. Let me get on the radio. Let me go major. I want to do a big tour. It's, let me get popping and get hot. Like it's that idea.
Yeah.
When there's artists that's out here that nobody knows, but they make millions of dollars a year.
Exactly.
I mean, look at Tech 9. Tech 9 was popping years.
Oh yeah,
years before he ever touched radio or anything like that.
Tech 9 is the poster child of just being crazy rich off music and just you could Tech 9 can walk. He could be the richest dude in the room and walk right by you in Walmart, and you probably won't recognize him.
And you probably wouldn't even recognize him.
You know what I'm saying? Right. It's crazy.
He makes so much money and he makes so much music and got so much content. It's crazy.
It's crazy. It really is. Shout out to Country Jenkins. They watching over there. Looks like on Facebook. He says he's a big fan of Anthony September. So shout out to him.
I appreciate it.
You feel me?
I appreciate it. Thank you for the love.
If y'all want to call in, 516-317-1523, y'all can hit that switchboard. You feel me? And then we'll let you give a shout out. I'm kind of going back and forth and checking it. I don't see nobody over there yet. So, you know what I'm saying? We'll get you guys over there in a second. You know what I mean? If you call in, I'll bring you on the air, but I don't see nobody on that switchboard. But if you do, I promise I'll bring you on before we wrap this up. So hit that switchboard up. All right. Shout out to C. Renee. Oh, where you from? C. Renee is asking where you from. She's on Facebook. She says, where you from?
I'm from Miami.
Miami,
Florida. Yeah,
she might have came in she might have come in at the very beginning when you introduced yourself.
Yeah.
All right, Miami, C. Renee, down there by you, down there by Tampa, not too far.
Oh, yeah.
She's a really dope artist, man. She's
okay,
very dope. I don't know, man. Maybe a collaboration in the future. A C. Ooh,
I'm always down to work,
bro. A C. Renee and y'all voices. Anyway, I got time to do that. I'm trying to play matchmaker, but y'all voices, because she bad as a motherfucker too. She's an artist, but she's real supportive of the platform. And she bad and you bad. That'll be, that duet.
I'm down. Let's do
that duet will be, yeah. All right, let's get into the music, man. K100 Radio. Back to the music, because I'm over here doing stuff. You know what I'm saying?
R&B.
I'm over here executive producing songs and shit. Anyway, let's get past it. All right, the next record we got to get into it because we running on the end of the segment. Novocaine. All right, featuring Mikael. Tell me about this one, bro. We're gonna play this one for the people.
That one is produced by me, written by me, featuring Mikael on that joint. I actually did that record during COVID.
Wow.
Yeah, I did that record during COVID, and I sat on it for a while before I even did anything with it. I just sat on it, and I met Mikael through some friends, and I thought he was really dope from Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
And I had him come through and hop on the track, and we just laced it up just like that. And I sat on it until it was ready to be, released. And I think this is the perfect time for it.
All right, man. That's the thing about songs. That's the thing about music, especially when you make timeless music. You don't. It don't matter when you release it. It don't matter when it was done. If it's really a timeless record, you could have not said that, and nobody would even know. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's a timeless record, it is what it is. When you first heard it, that's when it came out. You know what I'm saying? When you first heard it, that's when it came out. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. Especially when you're an independent artist, dog. It's like when it came out, when you heard it, that's when it came out.
You heard it.
You know what I'm saying? All right. K100 Radio, Anthony September. This is Novocaine featuring Mikael. Check it out, man. Y'all guys let me know what you think. Please leave a comment, drop a comment. And remember, you can hit that phone line up before we go because we're on the tail end of the segment. So I'm going to give this number out to y'all one more time, all right? All right, this is the number, 516-317-1523. If you are looking at the live streams, if this for the people listening on the app or whatever, but if you're looking at the live streams, literally, dog, the number's going across the screen. Like the number's right there. You know what I'm saying? Area code 516-317. Hey, call that line and then give them a shout out or something like that. If you really rocking with the homie, just say what's up and let them know. You know what I'm saying? This is K100 Radio. This is Anthony September. Name is Jordan's called Novocaine featuring Mikael. Let's go.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
Baby got that work, and she send me that pressure whenever she sees me. Look, mama so bad, girl, I know it's so good when you leave, I be fiending. Girl, you can't be worried about your step, don't hold back, swear they nothing like you. Girl, you got that pressure. I'm lost over girl. You taking trips without leaving the house. I swear you can melt, just put you in my mouth. I swear to God, I'm addicted, yeah. Light you up, I'm a hitter, yeah. No, I won't break bread, hell no, I won't share you. I want it all to myself, but I just don't give a fuck. Take you to the head, I know that you bad for my health. Give me that smoke, I'm with it. Snout me a line off your titty. I ain't talking about drugs, I'm talking about love. All you gotta say is I'm ready. See, baby, I'm a fiend for the 5-5 pound little thing. You the double my dreams. Wanna take me a double dose of that Nova, as long as you keep it clean. Baby, I'm a fiend for you. When you got that work, girl, you're my Novocaine. Girl, I can't get right without a dose of ya. So to God, OD, I can't get over ya. What am I supposed to do when I'm addicted to love? A fiend for your love, oh love, yeah. Addicted to love, oh love, yeah. Withdrawals from your love, oh love, yeah. Oh yeah.
Novocaine, came over and you overcame. Bad habit, but I won't complain. You the one that make me feel away. I need another prescription. I gotta call a physician. I don't want it if it's stepped on. I got a hyper addiction. If you the plug, can I pay some water? Got a water like we on a border. Sweat dripping off me like I'm Della Hoya. High from your fighting off my paranoia. Reminiscing on the day before ya. Pulled up in the driveway. Think you slid on a Friday. You play mulatto too loud in my neighborhood. You know I like being private. Half of my neighbors, they think that we dating. I lied and told them you a driver. I'm way too addicted. First step is admitting, girl, you got that word.
Baby, I'm a fiend for you. When you got that work, girl, you're my Novocaine. Girl, I can't get right without a dose of ya. So to God, OD, I can't get over ya. What am I supposed to do when I'm addicted to love? A fiend for your love, oh love, yeah. Addicted to love, oh love, yeah. Withdrawals from your love, oh love, yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm like Novocaine. Oh, oh.
It's going down. Here's another exclusive interview on K100 Radio. You are tuned to K100 Radio.
K100 Radio, I'm your host, Blizzard. You know what it is. Anthony September.
K100, you bastards.
The homie was snapping on that joint right there, too. K100 Radio, man. Yo, that one right there has got some. Yeah, that one thumped too, though, my boy. That one thumped too, though, my boy.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
It.
All right, so before we
give them a little flavor.
For sure, man. Now, before we get ready to wrap this up, man, I want to make sure that you give everybody the social media to where they can, contact you, get the music, everything, and follow you and find these really dope, really great records. Go ahead, bro.
Okay. You can follow me on Instagram at Anthony September. On TikTok is Real Anthony September. But most importantly, you can check me out on my website. It's www.anthonyseptember.com. That's where you'll find every social media link, every record that you're looking for, all my merch, shows. I actually got a show coming up November 22nd at Parcel 44 in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
Tickets are on sale on my website, so if you're interested in coming to check me out, do that.
All right. And right now, because I know you're an engineer and everything. Are you currently working at a studio right now that people are familiar with?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. I just want to know.
I used to be the head engineer at UED Studios, but I'm not doing the major studio stuff no more.
You just kind of working on your own joint at your home studio and everything?
No, I still work with artists and mix and master their, other artist projects, but I'm not sitting there pressing buttons to record records anymore.
You're not doing that no more, right?
No, I can't do it.
Nah. So I got an engineer question for you because I do that too, right?
Okay.
So, when you're mixing and mastering, what do you just a personal question? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. What is it that you feel like is the best tool for independent artists that they need to be using to help them along in that path? You know what I'm saying? Outside of just, you got to get a good engineer that got good ears and know what they're doing. But what's some tools that cats may not know about? Maybe you can give a little game to somebody, you know what I'm saying, to help them get their music sounding tight. Because we deal with a lot of independent artists, and I'll be honest with you, a lot of the music that we have to reject, it's because the music isn't mixed and mastered correctly. You know what I'm saying? We independent, but we got to keep a standard.
I would say, artists, if it's for artists, do you want me to direct this question for artists or independent, or engineers?
Either, both of them, however you want to answer it.
Okay, so I'm gonna directly talk about the engineers first. If you're an engineer, learn gain staging, man. Gain staging from top to bottom is the most important thing. From your mix bus all the way down to your tracks. You got to learn gauge staging. Gauge staging is important. The problem is the reason why most mixes sound bad is because they throw a limiter on a master bus and they just slamming it and over compressing it and end up sounding like crap at the end of the day.
Right.
If it's from an artist standpoint, I would say use your ears. You need to stand over the engineer when you're recording or when he's just working on the track a little bit and figure out what you can learn. I think every artist should learn how to record themselves, though.
Exactly. Say it again.
So every artist need to learn how to record themselves.
Why though?
It's
Why do you say
important.
that? I've said it 1,000 times, but I want to hear you tell the people, and then we wrap it up.
Because at the end of the day, every artist has their own workflow, right? You go in the studio and you're trying to get an engineer to suit your workflow, you're gonna have some pitfalls if you ain't been working with them for a while. But if you know how to record yourself, you ain't got to worry about that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And you'll save yourself a lot of money that can go into marketing, radio promo, all of that type of stuff. You save a lot more money.
It could all be so simple. I think when I say stuff like that, they just take it the wrong way. It's like when your daddy tell you something, but then a nigga in the street tell you the same thing. Else. You know what I'm saying? You got to hear from somebody because I'm always on them. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm always trying to show love and teach, but they be like, shut up, you always preaching.
Right.
Yeah, right. I'm trying to tell you.
I don't want to go to the big studio, but man, I'd rather be at home. All of those songs is recorded in my house.
Exactly. And they sound really great. So, you know what I'm saying? You definitely know what you're doing. You definitely got the ear. All right, one more time before we go. Anthony September, man, give him the social media so we can wrap this thing up, bro.
Most definitely. Anthony September on Instagram, Real Anthony September on TikTok. Most importantly, check out my website, www.anthonyseptember.com. All music, shows, merch information will be right there.
Make sure you do that, man. Shout out to this man is on his grind, man. You feel me? Really good music, sir. But he understands the hub needs to be the website. I don't know how many artists feel like they IG is all they need.
No, that's crazy.
Y'all gotta chill, fam. Y'all gotta get a website, fam. Y'all gotta get a website, fam. What if IG kick you off? I lost all my followers. What?
But with your website, you control all your data, so your followers are right there.
That's that. K100 Radio, Anthony September. If you missed any part of this interview, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you follow us. Our Spotify podcast will show up over there. So if you're not following the podcast on Spotify, it will be over there. Also, the podcast on YouTube also as well. You feel me? We got this is the Apple podcast. All right. You know what I'm saying? So make sure if you're not following K100 Radio on those other platforms, please do so you can get the content. I know how y'all is. Y'all don't be wanting to go everywhere. We got it on the website too. It's on the website too.
On the website.
But I know y'all gonna go to Spotify. We had that. We already talked about that. But y'all, for real, follow the podcast, follow on Apple and Spotify and all that, man, to get the content. And this was a really good conversation, dog. For real, you know what I'm saying?
Well, definitely.
Good conversation. Good conversation. Absolutely. All right, good music. Anthony September. Follow him on social media. This is the drill. K100 Radio.
You are tuned to K100 Radio.
Before we get ready to wrap this thing on up. Before we get ready to wrap everything on up, fam, hold on a second. Let me turn this camera off real quick. Let me talking to y'all. All right, before we get ready to wrap everything up, you know what I'm saying? Anthony September, he's gone. And I'm gonna talk to y'all real quick. A couple of things. I know everybody understands that we haven't really been doing a lot of the direct line interviews, and I know I haven't done Illa Kill in over a year and all that. I promised y'all I was gonna bring Illa Kill back. I'm going to bring Illa Kill back. I'm going to bring our music review back at the turn of the year. After New Year's, I will bring Illa Kill back. I will bring the music review back. So many people keep hitting me up like, yo, you never going to do it again and whatever. And I see a lot of people are doing their things, whatever. But, you know, the real will be back in 2025. So I'm going to reboot Illa Kill. Also going to